So one of the things that not many people use, I guess a hell of a lot of, is Workspaces on macOS. Really handy feature, not well known to I guess a lot of users, and I think that's probably because a lot of users are very amateur computer users when they start using them, and that's one of the things that attracts them to Mac in the first place. But they're pretty handy things. So basically I'll tell you how to access them as we go along, but as you can see, I've got a heck of a lot of applications running here, all sorts of stuff, and really it's quite confusing to actually manage those all together. So I may want to work for a period of time on just a small number of things. So one of the things you can do a couple of things to create a workspace. You can move your mouse into this corner here and click it, and you'll get a workspace there, which is great. Or you can actually drag an application to a space and it will create one automatically. You can also drag them onto existing workspaces. So I'm going to drag iPhoto there. I'm also going to move my Google Chrome there. I want to do something there. I'm going to move my maps there as well. So now what I've got is I've got several workspaces which you can access. So one of them in particular, so to get access to this without using a trackpad or a mouse, you can use what's called mission control, which usually by default on any of the docks on a Mac, and that's what it looks like there. You can just click that, you can get to the workspaces. The other thing you can do, so if you go to your workspace, now you'll find that if you do mission control now, you've only got the 3 apps. They're easy to find, and you've got a lot less clutter with your applications before you get to the desktop. It just makes it a bit tidier. It also means that if you're working with someone and you don't want to see them, all your personal clutter, your personal emails, all that sort of stuff, you can get it sort of isolated. Now, how to access it? Because you can see I'm happily wandering around. I can pull up different applications, all this sort of stuff. It's brilliant. How do I do that? Well, if you're on a Mac laptop, you need to turn some things on for your trackpad. So with your trackpad settings in System Preferences, you'll want to go to More Gestures, and there's a few things that you want. One of them is swipe between full apps, and that means that if you've got 3 fingers, you can swipe left and right, and it'll swipe between your workspaces or your full screen apps. The other thing are these two here, Mission Control and App Expose. So one gives the view I was showing you before, which is all the windows and all the workspaces. The other one just gives you all windows for an app. So in this case, we only got System Preferences there. If, for instance, I went to Chrome and I decided I wanted a new window, like so, now it would show those 2 windows, and if I 3 fingers down, shows me both my windows, so it helps me manage that. Now I've finished doing what I was going to do, so now I don't want that workspace anymore. So what do? Well, if you actually go to the top corner of any workspace, you can close it and it will just collapse those windows back into the primary one here. So they all become part of effectively this clutter, which you can see here, ready to be cleaned up. So it's a fantastic feature, and certainly as you use these days, you've got so much memory, so many things you can do, and it basically allows you to organize, I guess, the applications you use for different things.